Hey everybody, and welcome back to Lindsey's Little Library. So I'm here today because it is BookList Thursday. BookList Thursday is something I do with Sarah over at Sarah's Nightstand. We come to you every Thursday with some sort of thoughts, ideas, or recommendations, something bookish related. So today we're going to recommend books, 5 books specifically, that have non-human characters in them. I love it. I love it. I love a good non-human character, especially when it is a bit of a surprise, like it was in Lessons in Chemistry by Bonnie Garmus. So in here, the non-human character is a dog. His name is 630. You got to read the book if you want to know the story behind that. But we actually get his perspective in this book. So this mainly follows our main character, Elizabeth. She's a chemist in the 1960s. And we're following the challenges that she faces being a chemist in the 1960s. That includes falling in love, that includes having a child, that includes major issues at work. There's so much packed into this book, and I absolutely loved and adored it. And we have 630 with us along the way as he shares his insights, very wise insights, into what's going on with the story. So highly recommend Lessons in Chemistry if you have not read that yet. It's so good. And it's a book of the month book if you have extra credits or something, like I do sometimes. Next one I want to talk about is like an oldie but good, easily in the top 10 of my favorite books of all time. And no, it's not Harry Potter. I want to talk about The Book Thief by Markus Zusak. So this is historical fiction, 1939 Nazi Germany. The country is holding its breath, and death has never been busier. So our non-human character in here is death. So we get death's perspective during World War II, Nazi Germany. It's so beautiful. We also really follow our main character, Liesel. She finds her life change when she picks up a signal object partially hidden in the snow, and it's called the Grave Digger's Handbook. It was left behind and is her first act of book thievery because she decides to take it home. And so begins the love affair with books and words as Liesel, with the help of her accordion-playing foster father, learned to read. She's stealing books from the Nazis, who are burning books from the mayor's wife's library or wherever there's books to be found. And we go from there. But we have the perspective of death throughout this book. I need to do a reread of this one soon, but it's fantastic. Another one I want to talk about is The Last House on Needless Street, which I forgot the author, but I'll have a picture. This one is such a hard book to describe. We are definitely in a psychological thriller mindset, and part of the story that's told to us is from the perspective of a cat. So we have perspective of a dog, perspective of death. Now we have a cat because I have to be equal opportunity to my pets. So we have this perspective of this cat that's living with this very disturbed person that's living at the end of The Last House on Needless Street. And we are surrounded with this mystery of a girl who goes missing and kind of trying to figure out what happened, where the connections are, and all of that surrounding it. So I think I did it justice. If you've read the book, you understand. And then the last two I have are a little bit fantastical elements because it's of course easy to find non-human characters in fantasy books. So I wanted to try to give you a variety here. So, of course, The Chronicles of Narnia by C.S. Lewis. We have The Lion. What's his name? Why do I not remember that? So he definitely makes a large appearance in a number of ways within the book. But this is all of them, I believe. Yeah. Magician's Nephew, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, The Horse and His Boy, Prince Caspian, Voyage of the Dawn Treader. I really liked that one. The Silver Chair, and The Last Battle. Last Battle was epic. But it's all in here. I read this in one summer. I think Riley was maybe 1. And I read this. I can vividly remember sitting with her playing her little kiddie pool with my big old chunky monkey book and it took me all summer to read it. It is massive. But it's a classic. I feel like everyone needs to read it. Yeah, we're at like 800 pages here. So I feel like this is probably one of my greatest achievements. No, I'm just kidding. Anyways, and the last one I want to talk about is another, I guess, middle grade YA fantasy series by Marissa Meyer. It is the Cinder series. I believe Cinder is currently upstairs on the nightstand of my daughter's room. So I just didn't want to go up and get it. But anyway, Scarlet is the second book in the series. And within the Lunar Chronicles, really the one main character that stands out in my mind, and now I'm going to forget, and now I'm questioning her name. It's Eco. But basically it's a robot and hilarious and probably one of the best friends a character could have, and loyal to a fault. Oh my gosh, just for not being a human character, definitely is an amazing character and one of my favorite characters in this series by far. So if you haven't read this, it starts out with the first book, Cinder. Cinder is a cyborg, so I guess you could say non-human. I mean, she's half human, half robot. And finds out, I mean, kind of typical fantasy type world where she finds out that she knows things and she's in a position where she could potentially save the world. I really, really enjoyed it. I am highly encouraging my kids to read it. I don't know if she's actually touched the book sitting on her nightstand, but I'm hoping she does, that she picks up Cinder. This is one of the few series I've read all of them, so it's fantastic. Anyways, those are my book recommendations for you that have non-human characters in them. There's so many different ways I could have gone with this. I had actually quite a few on my shelf. So if you have any favorites of yours, please leave them below. I know The Art of Racing in the Rain is one. I don't know if I have, I shouldn't not read it because I read, When a Monster Calls. That's another really good non-human character. The tree in that is an awesome non-human character. But I was told I was going to bawl or really cry reading that book, and I didn't. So maybe if I read Art of Racing in the Rain, am I not going to cry? I don't know. Jury's still out. I'll let you know. Anyways, head over to Sarah's channel and see what she has for non-human characters for today. Otherwise, like, comment, subscribe, and all that fun stuff. And I'll see you next time. Bye.